rising geopolitical risks. Now we see U.S. and South Korea. U.S. President Donald Trump has said that Washington and Seoul will work out a solution after his move to raise tariffs on imports from the Asian country to 25%. Trump has offered no details, just a brief assurance, and as he left the White House for a trip to Iowa. A day earlier, the president announced tariffs on South Korean autos and other goods. Trump says the move follows what he calls a failure by South Korea's parliament to honor parts of a trade deal that was reached with its president last year. The announcement caught officials in Seoul off guard, sparking concerns in the export-driven economy. South Korea's parliament is not set to vote until February, with 5 U.S. investment bills still pending. Now for this discussion, we welcome Mr. John Rosomondo, joining us live from Washington, D.C. Thank you very much, Mr. Rosomondo, for joining us again and staying with us. Now, thank you. Now, looking at this, why do you think U.S. president has suddenly, decided to do something like this towards South Korea? What was the reason?
Well, President Trump is trying to obtain better terms in terms of, American goods being, sold in South Korea, as opposed to where things are now. So I think that's where the president's going with this.
Right. And what do you think, what cards can South Korea play towards this?
Well, of course, the South Koreans can increase their own tariffs. One of the things that we have also is a change and a shift in U.S. defense strategy toward the Western Hemisphere, which means that South Korea is going to end up having to pay for more of its defense. The U.S. has about 20,000 troops in South Korea, so I think a lot of things are on the table or a lot going on at the same time.
So whatever South Korea and U.S. does, North Korea is watching closely. And even the troops that are probably going to be decreasing slowly from South Korea, the U.S. troops, right? How do you think that would affect South Korea and North Korea relations?
Well, I think that the South Koreans are becoming more and more self-sufficient, and their military is becoming more competent. So I think that the South Koreans are becoming more able to defend themselves without completely relying on the United States.
But do you think that they will be able to do so fast enough to counter North Korea or to keep North Korea away?
Well, the one thing about North Korea is it's a regime can decide whatever it wants. We've seen rogue actions like sinking a South Korean patrol boat called the Cheonan back in 2010. We've seen times North Korea, shelling on the other side of the demilitarized zone. So I think that anything is possible.
Right. And do you think anything, is there any role of Russia into why North Korea is how bold it is towards its neighboring countries?
Well, of course. Russia's been a major supporter of North Korea since Joseph Stalin helped to create the country after World War II. And we've seen North Korea sending troops to fight in Ukraine and providing Russia with missiles, and as a result, the Russians have increased their willingness to stand with North Korea in case of a conflict with the South.
Right. With that, I would like to thank Mr.